homie G. Guys, we are going to go ahead and see the second game out of a best of 3. Unfortunately, amped following the first game. This is going to be on Cloud Kingdom. Let's go ahead and see our spawning points, as they could be anywhere. Even though this is a 2-player map, you never know when it can, like, catch you off guard. You never know. It's quite possible.
Never know.
At the top right, we are going to see Maximus Decimus Meridius making a very special SC2 debut after his very famous, well-known movie. We'll see how this transition goes from acting into playing SC2. And on the bottom left, as the red homie G, is going to be amped.
What movie are we talking about?
Gladiator.
Ah.
Maximus Decimus Meridius was the main guy.
Oh, okay. I see what you did.
I got you.
Got it.
If we were here, I would be tickling you right now. I'd be like, I got you. I would tickle you.
Oh man.
That was embarrassing.
Every
I'm more
time
embarrassed.
I just feel really weird. I don't know.
I'm sorry I
said
said
that,
that,
like
man.
my awkward meter just raises so hard. Anyway, looks like an extractor is going to go ahead and go down for Maximus. Maximus getting really used to ZBZ in this tournament. He did really well last game, so let's see how he can handle it this game. He's pretty much like I said in the first game we casted, he knows his timings. He knows exactly when he needs to push. He knows when he needs to do damage. He's a very smart player from what we've seen in the ZBT he did. He knows his timings, and he definitely knows what he needs to do. So let's just see if that awesome momentum can keep going. He did win the first game by a pretty good margin, so maybe he's feeling really confident. He did almost lose actually that first game at some points, but I think he feels really comfortable right now, and I think this is going to be one really intense matchup that you're not going to want to miss. Dun-dun.
Oh yeah, well this is actually the first time I think I've seen anyone drone scout in these CVZs actually. Amped, feeling maybe that he's a little bit on the back burner right now. Really is risking losing this best of 3, which is how we're doing our finals these days, is making a best of 3s, making them short, sweet, and all the more important. Each game really counting. This little drone for amped is going to go ahead and herp or derp right at the natural here, which hopefully is going to delay this expansion going down. But we are seeing gas and pool going down. I'm not sure how fast we're going to see the expansion, but amped, he wants that expansion fast. He is going to get it before his pool and gas went down.
Right. See, the reason, if you ever see drone scouting in CVZ, really what you want to do is make sure that your natural is not contested, because almost every single time what you see is they'll try to deny your expansion while they grab yours, which is really the only reason to drone scout in ZVZ. So just a word of the wise, if you do notice that he's drone scouting, make sure that he's not at your natural just patrol pathing and derping around, because that can really delay your expansion really hardcore.
Oh baby, well, for good old Maximus Decimus Meridius, we are gonna have 4 lanes come out. And also, I'm not sure if that drone saw that. No, the drone did not see the banelings, but he could more than expect this, as the window of opportunity for getting your hatchery is starting to fall back. So he may have figured out that there's no expansion yet. I could very well be seeing some kind of rush to banelings, and that might be exactly what he's seeing. These baneling nests for both players are pretty tied up, and right now amped is going to be on the defensive role, not seeing any spine crawlers coming down quite yet, and really this is going to be I think this is going to be a tough battle coming up for amped.
Yeah, right now these are very key things, is putting down a 1 sunken in your natural, just to really deny kind of like the early lane pressure. And you have to do it in pretty much every matchup, because ZBT you have to kind of deny heli in place, so you put down a sunken. And ZBP you really want to deny kind of like in help against a 4 gate, so you put down the sunken. And in ZBZ you want to really kind of defend against that early lane pressure, which is why you put down a sunken. So it's pretty much the same basic principle each game, which is a really key moment in each game. Looks like Maximus is a bit ahead in those kind of unit count right now. The baneling count is really high for Maximus, as to where it's only 2 for amped, and it looks like amped is kind of behind. Oh, a nice little baneling hit is going to take down a couple zerglings, but that is the last baneling. Ooh, those banelings are badly damaged.
They are. Oh buddy.
Oh buddy.
1 more baneling down, a second one gonna go down, 3 more in the bank. Now 2 of these banelings have to hit a cluster of drones. These drones are running away, might be clumping them up a little too much. It looks like we are gonna lose at least a few. Oh buddy.
Oh, there we go, a nice baneling hit. Oh, and another nice baneling hit. Looks like 5 workers killed in those baneling hits. Actually a pretty nice job by Maximus. He definitely came out on top. 10 more drones in production though.
Also, 2, 4, 6 more banelings in production as well.
Baneling play is just very, very dangerous if you do not micro properly. That's one of the really hard things in CVZ is you have to learn how to micro extremely hard, especially against these early game Zerglings and Banelings that can just do so much damage. And right now these Banelings looks like they're just going to walk over and try to focus down, well, one of them focused down the hatch. Oh man, more nice Baneling hits. So worker count being 10 now, 5 more workers killed than those Banelings. These are doing so much damage, and right now Amped is just not pressuring at all, and Maximus is just really uncontested. However, 10 Zerglings are on the way for Amped. This could actually be a really, really strong counterattack if you wanted to.
Yeah, I think the timing is going to work out nicely with that speed. Baneling Nest might be the option of choice for good old Amped, as he does have it down, and he does need to be, I bet he's pretty scared right now that more and more Banelings are going to come, because we saw 2 waves of Banelings all up in the face, really trying to even up the difference in getting that natural, as Amped did take the slightly more greedier expansion going down. This Overlord's going to go ahead and get a nice amount of sight on what army Maximus Decimus Meridius is working with, and as I think he does see, just 3 little Banelings, 3 little Lings hanging out here. He might be making the judgment call that his opponent is going to go ahead and drone up on these expansions, and here we are going to have 2 morphing Banelings in the background as these Lings try to scoot and shoot, try to make these, try and take these Banelings out one at a time.
Yeah, definitely. I'm sorry, I'm just smelling dinner. It's just amazing. Anyway, yeah, right now looks like Maximus, both players are actually pretty on top of their injects. Not too big of a delay. Luckily, as I said that, they didn't stop building or stop injecting and making me look bad again. Neither player has the sunken down, which is really, really odd. This queen could get sniped. Great job building that one Baneling, gonna take out those Zerglings. Nice micro by both players so far. That queen is almost on the brink of death. That one Zergling is going to get a bunch of scouting information, seeing that he's going with his Maximus, this kind of standard Roach Baneling for right now.
Yeah, that Roach Warren tech is up. The layer is just now starting to 1 gas on 2 bases for good old MaximusGore, but as Amped is going to go ahead and put down his evolution chamber. We're going to see 1 right now, not a second one actually. A little very interesting that he's this one game he's opting not to actually use 2 evolution chambers as the wall, but maybe he just couldn't afford to get 2 of them down, as we do see so many Lings running out across the field, and I think Amped might be able to take this game.
Yeah, it definitely looks like Amped is really far ahead right now. These Banelings are going to be a really key moment. Like I said, that one sunk colony definitely needs to go down soon because they're just so vital. However, these 5 Roaches can do a good job of tanking Baneling damage, and it actually looks like they're pretty even at the moment. But Maximus is in a nice supply lead. I want to go ahead and point out that in the main base of... Oh, nope, never mind. In the main base of Amped, he was oversaturated for quite some time. Looks like a Roach Warren is just going to go ahead and go down for Amped. Right now, perfect saturation looking like actually his natural is a bit oversaturated now. As I said, that Amped did oversaturate his natural a little bit. But these Banelings, these Zerglings are going to chop down actually pretty remotely fast, actually. And I think that Maximus should be fine.
Yeah, these Lings, looks like 2 Roaches were lost in total. A lot of Lings going down. Right now, good old MaximusGore is going to be on 1, is going to be able to completely saturate his natural, while on the other hand, Amped is opting not to take these 2 gases quite yet, but is going to go ahead and plop down his third a little bit faster than his opponent, as he does have more and more Lings moving out across the field. I think more and more Banelings now. Right now, Amped is starting to get into the Baneling nest at about 12 minutes, and MaximusGore is getting into the Roach, as he does have his infestation pit in the background. And right now, I don't know. Right now, I think this Baneling composition might not be able to take on this Roach army, as they do have a really nice positioning right now. Can these Lings move on through, give a big hug? But it looks like they don't even want the hug. They're going to go ahead and move on into the main. We'll be able to get some scouting and at least take off a few little drones, being very annoying, bringing this army back home. Some Banelings, it looks like they want to be a little sneaky. They're going to move into the natural, and this could be exactly what brings Amped right back into this game.
No.
Baby.
Oh, 21
baby.
Workers killed. Oh my god.
That's what I'm talking about.
All over the keyboard, 21 workers just got lost, and that's gotta be so frustrating for Maximus. If he would have had at least 3 Roaches there, kind of just chilling at the natural, he would have been fine. Oh, like we said, like we were talking, like I was saying earlier about how Terran can drop in your main. You have to sacrifice your whole army, and then like they're gonna move your army up the main. That almost just happened, except it wasn't an army. It was a bunch of little small banelings who were using Zerglings as a distraction. And when Maximus is like, "No, you did not just kill my workers. I'm gonna come up," and he just snipes this third down uncontested. He is angry and he is getting his revenge.
Yeah,
right now.
nothing.
Very intense.
No army to speak of right now for Amped. He is trying to scrounge up some army. He does have a nice pack of roaches and a nice pack of lings. Classic ling roach composition here to be defensive, but he is on now. He is stuck on 2 bases right now, and he looks like he is going to be overpowered by in the roach count, as these lings are going to go ahead and be the backup here. Not sure how much MaximusGore is going to lose here. It looks like he is going to go ahead and sacrifice his whole roach army.
Yeah, Maximus definitely looks like he had the upper hand going into that engagement, and then like a bunch of Zerglings popped and just did a lot of damage. However, Amped was forced to build a lot more than he wanted, and he did get outed on that third. I think, yeah, the roach count, or I'm sorry, Maximus is still ahead in the drone count, doing a nice job of going in and trying to snipe this queen. That's really what he wanted to do.
Nice.
But however, that one queen does survive with 38 due to Mike's nice micro and that one armor upgrade finishing just in time. He probably would have went down otherwise.
Yeah, totally. Totally.
Oops.
Third base on its way, on its slow path to saturation. Oh gosh, and we do have the double evolution chambers are down and in production for good old Maximus Decimus Meridius. Big army moving up, moving directly for the third, as good old Amp's third was taken out pretty easily. He's going to go ahead and put his own army now to try and take out his opponent's third, but he does have just about an equal number in size. These roaches can't quite take it on their own. This poor queen going to be a little buffer there.
Yeah, I think Maximus should be fine. However, there are a couple of roaches and Zerglings not doing anything down the ramp. But Amp's concave is really good right now. Some of these roaches aren't being able to attack right now for Maximus. Right now, a beautiful concave for Amp, but I still think Amp just lost that engagement just due to sheer unit count. And right now, the upgrades look almost exactly similar. However, the armor upgrade is going to finish a bit earlier for Amp, which I don't think is going to matter that much. Nice little line of drones going to go over and try to help saturate this third. And I think the third should be... No, it's not quite saturated yet. Almost, though. About 3 more drones, and that should be fine and dandy.
Oh, baby. More units were going to go ahead and get rallied here. It looks like they are going to be told to go right back home, as this roach army is a little too much to get contested with. We are going to see the tech choice for both players, as good old Maximus is opting to go ahead and use these infestors, getting a micro hatch down here so he can take full advantage of these 3 bases. I think right now he does have all 6 gases here, going to give him a lot of gas for those late big heavy units. We are going to see the 5th and 6th gas on their way here for good old Amped, and a 4th hatchery going down here, as the main of good old Maximus is just about to be mined out. Is going to move him on to 3 mining bases, back on to 3, as he is getting broke in the main. Nice staying on top of these upgrades. These upgrades are really nice to have, especially if you're dealing with the same unit composition against each other. Looking at Amped, I'm not sure what his late game tech is. We do see the pathogen glands going down, so I think we are going to see very similar compositions hitting each other. Infestor roaches may be the composition of choice here.
Yes, Roach Infestor is definitely a really strong composition in ZV.